Welcome to the Freitas Effect. My name is Simon Freitas.
And my name is Azeb Freitas.
And we are your co-hosts.
Hey.
So this month, now we are doing monthly episodes, friends. We are dissecting the idea that anyone could actually be the next American Idol. Could you? Could you not? Well, we're going to find out. What we mean by this is that if you practice enough, could you actually be an expert or really good at something if you're not naturally skilled at that? And when you tell someone or yourself to stop pursuing that dream, are you doing the right thing? So,
right.
We are doing this because of what, Azeb?
Well, okay. So I'm a horrible person.
She is not.
And
she's just honest.
Back in the day, I was dating a person and they were just like talking while we were driving. And you know, like when you're driving and you're like singing music, and you're like, yeah, life is great. Like we're jamming.
Yeah.
And then he turns to me and he's like, I think I could actually be a singer. And I was just like, no. I was like, no, bro. So I looked over and I was like, hey, like, I actually don't think that's true. And, and he was like, well, that's a pretty shitty thing to say. And I was like, I mean, I know that that's like a horrible thing to tell someone, like, you're really excited about this idea and like you probably shouldn't pursue this. But I was just being honest and realistic because he really is not a great singer. Maybe he is now. I don't know. I don't talk to him anymore. But
probably not.
I genuinely believed in that moment, like that no matter how much you practice, like some people just are not meant to be singers. And so I wanted to dive into this topic because we're taught that, like, you know, if you put your mind to anything, you can do it, right? And it's like, I'm not against that idea. I actually fully believe that.
Yeah. Manifest your dreams.
Yes. But yeah, so that's how we're gonna kind of dive into this idea of like, if you do put your mind to it, can you actually do it? So yeah.
Yee. Yeah. But we also gonna make a little bit of a turn on that, how the turns have tabled, because today Simon Freitas could not come up with a story, and I apologize to all 12 of you that are listening, because we saw the people that watched astronomy and we love you, but the rest of you, welcome back. But today Azeb is going to be turning the tables for us. Want to get us into it?
Yeah, absolutely. So Simon was like, yo, what are we doing for how the turns have tabled? And I was like, well, I mean, when I think about how the turns have tabled in my life in regards to this topic, I never thought that I would actually be like a somewhat successful dancer. And I know I should probably own that more, but I just kind of feel like a fraud at this moment.
Imposter syndrome's real, friends.
It's real.
And it sucks.
And it sucks. But like, I'm just gonna like force myself to claim that title, I guess.
Yes.
So I mean, yeah, basically, like, my whole life, you know, my parents, like, forced me to go to dance school, and I was like, okay, I guess I'll do this. And I obviously enjoyed it. I mean, there were many times I tried to quit, just because I never felt like I was taken seriously, and I went to a school where, you know, if you didn't pay for classes and you couldn't afford to take multiple classes, you know, you obviously can't practice, and then you don't get on the competition team, and then, like, you're just not seen. You're
the competition team.
You know, you're just, like, invisible. And so I never took myself seriously. And then when I graduated high school, I was like, all right, cool. There's a dance company at my school. If you audition, everybody gets in. So, like, it has no reflection on my actual skill if I suck or not. So I was like, bet, I'll just do that. And so I auditioned, I got in, and then, you know, I'm fast forward and I'm like choreographing and I'm feeling like empowered and people are telling me I'm actually good. And I was like, oh shit, like I'm actually like a person. Cool. So I think it also has to do with being in an environment where you actually feel supported and like people like you learn from other people who are willing to take you on.
Yep.
So then I dove into like arts administration and that became a big part of my life. And, you know, I never saw myself actually becoming like an arts educator or like a whole production manager or a creative director in general. And here we are running a podcast.
Yeah, co-CEOs.
Literally. And so, you know, I currently am also like reestablishing my relationship with dance and art and creativity. And like, you know, that's a whole nother conversation that we can save for another day. But I think it's funny how, like, you know, I went from thinking that I wasn't shit to now, like, you know, it's still having a big place in my life and it's pretty essential to, like, my well-being, you know?
Yeah. I mean, even I went to every single recital that Azeb was in, and seeing the girls that were on those competition teams, they were in every single dance. And you were just thinking, oh, this girl's going to be a dancer when she grows up. And it was just like, you know, it's a little disheartening if you're just like, I can only afford 1 or 2 classes. Like, even like when I wanted to join and like I did jazz dance and then I did like hip hop at Funk Phenomenon, like because I was inspired by Azeb. But like, yeah, like, you know, it was just like those things like where you see the same girls that are just fucking killing it and you're like, well, I'm never going to be like that, so I should just give up, right? And it's like,
Right.
no, if you give up on yourself, then you're just doing yourself a disservice. Like, you know, you never know where you're going to land if you, like, Azeb did, like, business in school, and she has been fucking killing it with our podcast. Like, you know, like,
Thanks,
I don't
man.
know shit. I didn't know shit about business until I was, like, under Azeb's wing. So, like, so now I've been trying to take care of myself and, like, do that kind of thing for my own, like, artistic and acting world. But, like, it's all just, you know, you really have to believe in yourself. But this episode, we are going to ask that question: when do you stop?
When do you stop believing in yourself? Should you stop believing in yourself?
Like, at what point?
What are the factors that lead you to question, is this something I should continue pursuing?
Mhm.
You know? And it's like, everybody right now is all, like, I'm not saying this is like fake hype or this is like false positivity, but like, you go on social media, you talk to certain people, and it's all fucking bullshit sometimes.
Yup.
It's like, just be positive, keep on pushing. And it's like, sometimes people just suck at what they're doing.
Yeah.
You know? And we're about to dive into why that happens.
Yeah. Because there are reasonable answers why people put hours and thousands of dollars and just like so much fucking time and energy into this work, and it's a horrible production.
People
Especially
need to be
in
held
college.
accountable.
Like
That's
when you're
true.
in college,
When you're spending money,
Oh my
you're
God.
spending money.
Seriously.
And stress.
Like,
and hours of your life.
No, I've seen people that are in the theatrical acting, just artist world that, you know, I just really question, like, where are they going to go with this? And then you see where they go with it. And it's like, oh, you started off as a singer and now you use your strong voice as a stage manager because you sucked at pitch. Like, you know, you learn your weaknesses and instead of dwelling on them and having everyone else judge you, because maybe I was being like really, really harsh and I'm sorry. But like, you know.
That's another thing is like being an artist, you're just like constantly really hard on yourself. Or maybe you're not. I mean, I am. I don't know about y'all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
that could be some kind of internalized foreign child thing.
Because we are also huge critics. Like,
we're the worst.
Yeah.
We'll go to an event and we'll like give people a score.
Yo, we literally went to a funeral and we praised the like organ
We went up
player,
to the pianist and we were like,
so
"You're
good.
amazing."
Like, but that was a good thing, you know, like because like we got the ears, like, you know, we've done enough musical and like artistic work where like we can just notice when something is just dramatically good, like Simon Cowell, and like
Yes.
sometimes we're a little too harsh like him, but you know, we all just want to be our inner Randy, like.
Speaking of American Idol, since we're on that topic, we're just gonna keep going. So,
Yes.
Simon,
Azeb Freitas.
if you were to audition for American Idol, whose audition would yours audition be like the most, if you can remember any auditions?
Okay, I would show up like the person dressed up as the Statue of Liberty immediately. And then and I would just sing America the Beautiful until I got escorted out of the building.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
Mm-hmm.
Mine would be like William Hung.
Who's
Do
he?
you remember that one? The Asian guy who was like, she moves, oh baby, yeah, or whatever it is. And he like has a little dance. Well, you guys gotta look that shit up now.
Oh, yeah.
That one is the best, iconic. I think they even invited him back to perform at like the finale.
Oh my God, no, I do remember him. Yeah.
Iconic. I don't think he made it to Hollywood at all, but he was great. He was like the first meme, honestly.
Yeah.
He was like a meme before memes.
Because they brought him back and he was just like, he had that energy, you know? Like some of these people were on the show. Like Sanjaya, like he was not a good singer, but his sister
like,
was a great singer.
Yes.
But his energy was more, which is what got him all the way up until like what, top 7 or something?
Yeah. And he also had the hair situation.
Yeah.
Like, do you remember the mohawk that was like a horse ponytail?
Mm-hmm.
That was weird. That was a weird time.
Oh.
The early 2000s and fashion, let's not go there, but let's just talk about it, you know, at some point, not today.
One day.
Yes. Okay, so then in terms of judges, what judge do you think you would be? And I'm talking the OG judges. I don't know anybody else who was a judge after the OGs, so like I don't want to talk about them.
Yeah, we're just gonna ignore the Steven Tyler era.
Yeah, and the Ellen DeGeneres era, and like who even knows? Like, just, there was a bunch of weird celebrities.
After those 3, it was just no.
It just got
like,
weird, man.
The show should have stopped, but that's a hot take from an original American Idol lover. I guess I want to say Randy because Randy is so great, but I really would just be Paula.
Yeah,
Because,
you would definitely be Paula.
you know, I would just be like, you did so great, honey. Yes, there we go.
You would barely
What's
be
going
paying
on?
attention
Like,
the whole time.
oh yeah, I'd probably be drunk. Like, you know, I just in the Coca-Cola cup, it'd just be like a
Yeah.
fucking whiskey and Coke. But it's sponsored.
Yeah.
How about you?
I don't know. I would like to say I'd be Randy, but I feel like I would be Simon.
We all want to be Randy.
Everyone wants to be Randy. You know, it's a no for me, dog. But
Yo.
like, you know, I just kind of feel like I'd be Simon.
I could see it.
Because I'm realistic. I would just be like, this is not for you, as you guys have heard. You know?
Yes, you gotta be honest.
Just letting you know, bro.
Oh, yeah.
You know?
Well, Simon also will be like really like direct, and like it's not rude precisely all the time, but like he'll just be like in your face, and then at the end just throw like one really nice thing, like
Sometimes,
so
yeah.
nice.
Yeah, sometimes he
Good
says
job.
some really, really nice shit. And I'm just like, yeah, because like you say nice things when you mean it.
Mm-hmm. When they earn it.
Yeah.
It's like not everyone impresses him. And
I want to know
British.
his zodiac sign.
We're gonna find out Simon Cowell's zodiac
Right.
sign. Yo, I got called Simon Cowell as a kid so
He's
much
a
growing up.
Libra.
Ooh.
That doesn't make any sense.
Why doesn't it make sense?
I was getting Scorpio energy. Or Capricorn. But you know what? It's not an astrology episode. You guys can go back to astronomy and listen to that.
Damn right. This is about the singing.
Yeah.
So, when did you stop watching American Idol?
Okay, I definitely stopped watching after Fantasia. No. Was Carrie Underwood after Fantasia?
Yes.
After Carrie Underwood. But I came back because in like 6th grade was like David Archuleta and David Cook. And you know that song Crush?
Mhm.
That's like my shit. Oh, but what about Daughtry? How are we going to not talk about Daughtry?
And-
But he didn't win.
Jordan Sparks.
And Jordan Sparks. Okay, I'm a
Yeah.
whole liar. Okay.
We came in and out, but
We took a break.
What was
I think
the
it was
gray-
the country year.
that
when
gray-haired guy,
Yeah.
what the hell was that?
Taylor Hicks or whatever.
Like,
that was
why?
when I was in 5th grade because I remember like the teachers were talking about it and I was just like, you guys just are white people that like country music. So that's why this season was like y'all's season.
Yo, for real.
Yeah. Also, like, if we're gonna go there,
We're going there.
in terms of winners, I just feel like if Clay Aiken had a different season,
Yo.
he would have won.
He was against Ruben?
Yeah, man. Like, you're not gonna win against Ruben Studdard, but that was back to back some crazy shit.
Oh my god,
Yeah.
yeah. That was so much talent.
Season 2 was crazy. Y'all gotta go back and watch that shit.
Mhm.
I'm not, but like, feel free. Who do you think should have won?
Between them?
No, like in general, out of those seasons.
Okay, I was really upset when David Archuleta didn't win.
Who was
You know?
he even against?
David Cook.
Oh, yeah, I think David Archuleta should have won,
Because he did better.
and he
You know?
he ended up being more successful.
Yeah. Like,
Yeah.
it was just like, boy, wrong David. Like,
Yeah, I mean it's sad though because most of these people become like one-hit wonders, except for like Fantasia, Carrie Underwood, and Kelly Clarkson.
yep.
I genuinely can't really name. Oh, I mean Jordan
Daughtry.
Sparks, Daughtry, like kind of, but like
Kinda.
I can't even name a Daughtry song.
And we all get one of the big rock stars. Is that
That's
him?
Nickelback.
Ah, damn.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Same era though.
Same voice.
Same
like,
era.
That's how I feel. Like, what is Daughtry? Daughtry's like shit Lois
He-
Griffin would dance to. Like, you know?
He had a song. I just don't remember any right now. I remember seeing him live. He was great live. At the Kiss 108 concert, first concert ever. Shout out to Sylvia Whitman.
Love you, Sylvia.
Okay, cool. Oh, so here's my controversial question.
Ooh.
So now that we're talking about American Idol, let's talk about all the other singing shows that came out after. And do you think that these new singing shows are better than American Idol? And I'm not talking about like, because obviously current American Idol sucks.
Yeah.
Like it just sucks. Like they just like, I don't know what happened. They just got lost in the sauce along the way.
Yeah. Once they got rid of the judges, it was just like, stop. Just, no.
Right. I also just like stopped watching TV because life happens. And
Also, we lost cable.
Yeah, we
like-
lost cable. We have streaming shit now. Like
Yeah.
nobody's watching TV unless you actually have cable.
Mhm.
Unless
And
you're
if you have cable, like, good for you. Like, you're really holding on.
really like clutching for dear life.
Yeah, you're like,
Um,
oh my god.
Like what's there? Please tell us because we'd love to
But,
know.
like, also nice. Real
Like
nice.
for real, good for you. Like, you have options. You said background noise.
Yes.
And the news, but
Stay
like, why are you
updated.
watching the news? Like, just go on Twitter. Okay,
Yo.
I'm sorry, guys. That's horrible. But is it though?
Is it though?
So Yeah. Okay. So how do you feel about all these new singing shows? Are they better than American Idol? What's your hot take?
Okay, I like which one is it that they press the button and
The Voice?
they spin around? That's
Yeah.
it?
Yeah.
I like The Voice.
Yeah.
Because they're like fighting each other.
Okay.
So that's cool.
Okay.
Like, you know, like it's like, oh, well, I don't fucking like the country guy, but I like Kelly Clarkson, so I'm gonna fucking root for Kelly Clarkson's team. Blake, right? Blake
Yeah.
something.
I think Blake Shelton
yeah.
is the whole show.
Yeah.
And now that Nick Jonas is on the show because he obviously replaced Adam Levine, that's pretty much the draw.
The way he replaced Adam.
Let's be fucking real. And then, you know, they have to have one blonde woman. You know, they had Shakira, then they had Gwen Stefani, then they had Miley, then they had Christina Aguilera. And the only reason, I really hate that I know all this shit. But tell me I'm wrong.
I wasn't expecting the list.
Tell me I'm wrong. I pay attention. I pay fucking attention.
I love it.
But literally, I don't even watch these shows. It's just because when I go to your house,
Dad's
Dad is
always watching
it,
them. Yeah.
and I just have to sit there and watch it with him while I'm waiting for you.
Yeah.
And it's been happening for so long that I've just picked up all this random information that I don't need in my head. So you guys can now have this information.
Oh, you know what should not be a singing show?
What?
America's Got Talent.
Oh, that's the worst show
It's
ever.
just like,
it's
why?
It's the worst.
Why is this a singing show?
And then they always have like a black guy host.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like, y'all are just like predictable.
Like, learn something new. Try it. Like,
yeah,
fuck.
I think honestly, I think it's funny because I think T-Pain just recently dropped a video talking about how like musicians are all making the same kind of music right now, and he's just like yelling, being like, do something different. And it's fucking hilarious, but it's also true. Like, he's not wrong. Like, support your local artists, yo.
Because they're making new shit, guys.
Yeah, so pay attention.
Yeah.
Pay attention.
Eyes out. Also, can we just talk about, is Simon Cowell on America's Got Talent or The X Factor?
Both. He's on everything.
It's like, what the fuck, Simon Cowell?
No, let him go.
No.
We just need to let him go.
No.
Why?
I don't want to.
It's better than Pierce Morgan's racist
Why did he
ass.
even leave? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like, why did he leave to go do the same Money.
Yeah. Okay, so I agree with you. I like The Voice.
Yeah.
I like it. Because there's no question about it if the person that's going on stage can actually sing or not.
Mm-hmm.
Usually the people who go on the show have already been screened and are like certified, like they can fucking sing, you know? Whereas on American Idol, it's like, all right, what are we getting today?
Oof.
Yeah. It's just like scary.
Especially some of the, Azeb and I were watching some highlight videos before we recorded this episode, and the bad ones were real bad, guys.
Those were so bad. But the good ones were like, ooh,
oh my God,
inspiring.
It's so fucking good.
Yeah.
But there was this girl, I think she was on America's Got Talent. She's an, like, 9-year-old opera singer. And, like, when it's that kind of talent, I get it. Like, you know, it's like, if you have, like, if you're an opera singer, if you can literally break a fucking glass with your voice.
Yeah, that's
like,
kind of crazy.
Yeah, like, when you use, oh my God, and her runs were fucking insanely controlled. So, Azeb, how many hours do you think you've spent in your life dancing? More or less than 10,000?
Probably more than 10,000.
Right?
Probably more than 10,000. Yeah.
Do you think drum corps counts?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
then
yeah.
definitely more.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
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 Because there is this article that we are going to bring into your face, and it is called The Great Practice Myth, Debunking the 10,000 Hour Rule by Michael Miller. It's referring to Malcolm Gladwell's theory, stating it takes 10,000 hours of intensive practice to achieve mastery of complex skills and materials like playing the violin.
Hashtag white guy theories.
Yep, because white guys can't do anything other than just think about how gosh darn good it takes to be perfect.
Because they don't have to think about racism and patriarchy because the world is set up for them.
Yay!
Yeah!
But according to this article written by a white guy, that was reviewed by a black guy, so like we felt a lot better about it. The violin students versus the Beatles. So it was said that the Beatles practiced for like 10,000 hours before. I know this is paraphrasing. You can read the article, guys. But the Beatles practiced for around 10,000 hours, and then by age 18, violin students would get around 7,400 hours. And then like around 20 years old, they get around 10,000 hours of practice.
Okay.
Are they as good as the Beatles? No. When you turn 20, you're barely an expert.
But also, like, there's a level of, like, charisma
Mm-hmm.
that comes with just being a performer.
Yep.
And, like, doesn't that take into factor of, like, whether or not you can convince people that you're good at what you do?
Yes, because you've been on stage and you have experience practicing, like, on stage, like, that experience instead of sitting in your room playing the violin for 7,400 hours.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's more showing how the Beatles' practice wasn't just they're in their garage playing by themselves. It's like the quality of the rehearsal that you have is like, it makes way more of an impact than just the time.
Mm-hmm.
So quantity versus quality will always win.
Is she born with it? Maybe it's Maybelline.
It might be Maybelline, you know?
I think it's Maybelline.
I think it's Maybelline. Sometimes you're born with it. Like, you got that raw voice like this fucking 9-year-old that can do opera. It's like, how? But, like, I think some people's, you know, the bone structure really helps. Like, I don't know. When I was...
Are we talking genetics right now?
A little bit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Please say more, because now I'm concerned.
So, when I was...
Science is involved.
Yes.
Okay.
This has nothing to do with the article. This is just my life. When I was in UNH, there was actually this point when I was taking this voice class, and we were talking about, like, the different structures of your face that you have to make for sound to carry throughout, like, your eyes and your nose and all that shit. Like, so it's just going upward instead of going, like, just forward.
Yeah.
And then I remember I was talking to the costume designer, and she was just like, this... She has passed away now. I love you, Stephanie. Rest in peace. But she basically mentioned how because of, like, the shape of my nose, like, it would be easier for me to get loud. And I was like, I've always hated how small my nose has been my whole life, but it's gonna work, guys. Like,
literally, Mom, if you're listening, all those times that you've made fun of Simon for having no nose.
All the little pinches.
Yeah. Now it's come in handy.
It's work.
Yeah, I think when I was reading this article, there was something interesting that stood out to me in the sense of, like, okay, you can practice for 10,000 hours, but if you're practicing a bad habit, then you're not going to get better. And, like, it just brings me back to my days where I was teaching the youth, and they would literally not practice at home or not practice with their friends or not practice with a metronome, and... or just, like, not practice at all. Yep. And the thing is like, yeah, you can practice, you can go to rehearsal, you can dance by yourself, you can, like, whatever, right? Mm-hmm. Like, you can put as much time in as you want. But if you're literally not receiving feedback from an expert or, like, a mentor or somebody or something that can guide you to tell you how to improve, you're wasting hours of your time.
Yep. Especially if you're getting the feedback and you're choosing not to do anything with it.
Period.
It's like, are you kidding me? Because the way you practice is how you're going to perform. So why wouldn't you give your all every single time you do it? Like,
yeah, because if you do the same thing for 10,000 hours, you're not progressing. You're not evolving. You're not growing. You're just not getting better. You're literally just doing the same thing for 10,000 hours. And as Mr. Poole would say, quoting Benjamin Franklin, that's literally insanity.
Yes.
Yes.
C.A. Poole.
Junior.
But yeah, it's just like, if you don't know how... even if you know how to fix what you're doing, it's just like, if you're choosing not to act on it, then you're never going to grow. So you can spend more time painting this fucking wall white, but if they wanted you to paint it blue, then no one's going to be happy about it. Like, you know? Yeah. Yeah. So get blue paint, y'all. And paint yourselves blue and go audition for American Idol. But also another point in the article that I forgot to mention was how you really learn from failure. Like, the only real way to, like, accept, oh, this was wrong, this is right, let me try to achieve this right thing. Like, even when I've been acting and I try to tap into different emotions, and it's like, I really think I'm fucking killing it, and then the class is like, yeah, that was cool, but you really forced it. And I'm like, oh? Like, I was in it. And it's like, yeah, cool, but this is for the audience, right? This isn't for you. And it's like, oh, fuck. Like, you know, it's like, are you really creating art for yourself, or are you just I mean, are you creating art for like the experience of art, or are you
Right.
creating art for yourself?
Yeah, I think like understanding your intention of like where you're doing anything. And I don't even think this has to only be about art. This could be about sports, this could be about reading, this could be about like writing, it could be about driving a car, it could be literally about anything that you want to get better at. Is just a matter of like being very clear and intentional of like what the purpose is of what you're spending your time doing and how you're doing it is what determines if you're going to actually progress forward in it or learn anything from it.
Yeah, because even if you're like going to the gym and you're just constantly going like, I have to put the heaviest weights and I have to just go as fast as possible, you're gonna hurt yourself.
You're gonna hurt yourself.
Like if you're singing and you're just yelling all the time, you're gonna fucking lose your voice. And it's like, if you don't know how to take care of yourself and how to do things the healthy and the right way, then you're not actually making progress. You're just moving. Like,
yeah. And then that's also where like being patient with yourself comes into play too.
Yeah.
And that's another thing though, is like we're constantly, especially living in America, we feel like we're pressed for time. And as you guys know, time is a social construct.
It's all fake.
Nothing is real. Nothing matters.
This is our audition. Simon, what do you think? Mr. Cow.
Hey, what was I saying?
Time is a social construct. The amount of time you put
yeah,
into
just
something.
like just be patient with yourself. Like if you, like as Simon was saying, like if you were gonna work out, like you wouldn't just like start doing push-ups if you'd never done push-ups before.
Because sometimes you learn you cannot do a push-up,
and then you get an injury, and then you can't work out, and then it takes you longer to get in shape.
Yeah, and then you hate yourself for being not able to work out, and then it's just a spiral and a cycle that is feeding on itself and not good. So we're gonna cut that shit off at the beginning. We're just gonna do it right from the first step. Yes. Hint to Marching Band when we would just get yelled at for the first step. Yeah. Anyways, we're gonna pull back because fuck Marching Band.
Whoa! Second problematic statement of the day.
Yo.
You wouldn't be here without it. No.
I would not, but guess what? I don't gotta go back. Anyways, so when are we... When do we stop fighting this urge? Is it possible? Is it impossible? Can you actually do anything you set your mind to? Okay, let's get real, guys. I think you can do anything you set your mind to. I don't think you can be successful in every single endeavor that you ever try. But like I said, it's good to fail, you know? Like, because then you learn how to get better at whatever the fuck you just did.
Okay, but that's actually a really interesting statement, because I was talking to my boy Brian Spencer, and he was...
World-class champion.
I mean, just world-class everything.
Yes.
He's just advanced robot at literally anything he wants
Top
to do.
ginger in the world.
The only ginger.
Ginger trauma.
With a soul. Whoa! Third problematic statement! Yo. But yeah, so my boy B. Sprout, a.k.a. Bomb Diggity. Him and I were talking one day where he was talking about how he's like really good at one thing that he does. And I was like, well, I'm really good at like a bunch of things. And so I was like, does that make me like only semi good at the bunch of things that I'm doing? Should I only be investing my time in one thing? And then I like learned about words like multifaceted and multi-hyphenate, and I'm like, no, you can actually be good at multiple things. And that doesn't mean that you're not going to be an expert in multiple things, but if you do become a master in one thing and you're really proud of that one thing, good for you. But you can be good at multiple things.
Yeah. Because I remember even when I would have that conversation, like Zoe and I were talking about it with like Mr. Roberts, our trumpet teacher, talked to her one day about how we wanted to learn every single instrument on earth when we were in high school, because that's just what you want to do.
Real.
And then at one point they just kind of told Zoe, like, you should stop picking up all those random instruments and just stick to the trumpet, because if you're going to be a master of the trumpet, you should just be a master at the trumpet. And it was like, oh, that makes sense for her. But I'm not going into a musical career, so I could actually learn all these fucking instruments, just be kind of good at them.
You're also naturally good at music in general. Like, you're just a naturally gifted individual at literally everything you fucking do.
I'm not gonna lie, guys. Like, I am pretty naturally
like, you could
good
put
at music.
a fucking, like, what are those Australian...
a didgeridoo?
Yeah, you could put that shit in front of Simon, and he'll have never seen it before and somehow know how to fucking play it.
Yeah, I'm gonna toot my own horn right now. I just re-picked up the viola, so yeah. I'm getting back into things. But but like I said, I'm not a master at one thing. Like, like I'm pretty good at a handful of shit, but when I hear Zoe play the trumpet, it's so effortless and it's like, "Oh, this is what it's like to put your whole life into one thing."
Yeah.
Like,
But that's also hours of practice and with receiving feedback and studying under individuals who are also experts and masters at their craft.
Yep. And
So,
also getting individual lessons is like a really big thing that people don't know about when you're like starting off as a musician, because you just think, "Oh, when I go to school and I like pick up the instrument, that's when I'm going to learn it." And it's like, no, you might want to go find someone who's like catered to you, that's like focused on your skills, because if you want to see this as a profession, then like you're going to need your own personal feedback, like from someone who's consistently seeing you. But
I mean, and that's where it's like, okay, so is it like just based off natural talent that also helps you get that advantage, or do you actually just like go after it whether or not you're naturally good at it or not?
Because there's, even the article was saying there's a lot of factors that go into it.
Yeah.
So it's like, even when I just said that right now, I'm thinking money. Like, like
money.
If you don't pay for a private school, how many schools allow or teach kids instruments? Like Everett has an amazing music program, but the theater program got cut. Like, or not. It didn't get
arts
cut,
programs
but like,
are always getting cut, but it's also just kind of like money in general, just access to literally anything. Like if you're in a socioeconomic circumstance where you can't afford to like play Pop Warner or
you don't know if your parents can drive you to go to these fucking like musical lessons, or to go do like even to a dentist appointment versus like, you know what I mean? Like if you can't afford to take care of your kid in like their physical body, how the fuck are you ever going to think about like
doing anything else on the side?
Yep.
Yeah.
So,
and I think that also plays into why like in foreign households, especially in the US, and if you don't come from a background where like you have money
and the whole system.
Like it's really easy for you to not be inspired by your parents to pursue those kinds of careers. And when there aren't programs in place that support people to be able to have pipelines to get into those industries, when you don't have a network or a family member or a cousin or whoever owns a fucking business that then like it's less likely that you will be able to do those things. And that's why people end up just doing scholarships to college on athlete scholarships. So like
or people just join the military, and that's just that. Like,
I mean, there's nothing wrong with that if that's your actual choice.
If it's your actual
if that's
choice.
Like what you actually want to do.
You're just doing it because
you don't have
no
anything
other choice,
else.
Like because you have no like way to pay for college, and this is the only way. Then it's like,
and you don't. It doesn't even have to be college. I mean, like there are people who want to be like rappers, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's like,
I mean, Zoe's even thinking about joining the fucking Air Force, like.
But I mean, I'm saying like, there's times where like your friend will be like, okay, listen to my mixtape on SoundCloud, and you're like, bro, you're fucking trash. But then there are people who are like, oh, you're actually good. And again, it's like, when do you tell your friend like you should quit?
I think, yeah, because I think at some point your friend will realize they should quit.
But do you tell them? Do you tell them? Or do you just mind your business?
Oh, God. I mean, if you love them, I feel like you should.
But then it goes back to this. It's like, okay, so like, do they have to study under someone? Or like, what is it that will help them to get better so that they can keep doing it if that's what they truly believe is their purpose?
So,
or if that's what genuinely brings them joy and that's what they think they want to make money off of to survive and like live.
Well, if someone is just doing something because it makes them happy and they think that will make them money, I don't know if that's a good way to conduct business. Like if I wanted to just go do piano for money, I don't think I could do that right now. But if I was like, my heart's set on this and I'm just going to give up everything to fucking do this, I would hope to God my friends would say, Simon, fucking stop. Like, it's like...
Like if they knew that you were trash.
Yeah, because it's like, I'm not good enough to go into a fucking bar and like play for hours.
But wouldn't you also want them to be like, hey, you're really not that great at this right now, but here are resources where you could get better?
Yes.
Yeah.
I would want that, but I would want to be told, don't do this right now. Like, figure out right now, take care of yourself, and then if you want to do this in your future, then, like, go get lessons, go do this, like, really get some feedback from people in that world, like, people that know, like, what's going on and, like, how to be successful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, key takeaways. Take in the keys.
Take them, boy. Take them.
Basically, just do your research before you're about to pursue something that you may or may not be good at. Or if you really want to do something and you want to chase your dreams and you want to put your mind to it, do that. But like, really make sure that you're intentional and you do your research first.
Yeah. And I'd say, like, I feel like I've brought this up before. Don't be afraid to fail. Failure is a great way to learn. I've learned so much through my failures because I fail like all the time. But like, so that's one big key takeaway. Another one is be Merriam-Webster word of the week, meticulous.
Ooh.
Yes, we're not going to define it. That's for you to do because we've done enough work. But be meticulous about the way that you put your effort into practicing to achieve the mastery. Because if you are practicing bad things, you are going to just be bad. And no one wants you to be bad. People, we all want you to succeed. If you are listening to this, we love you and we want you to be successful. So like, really put your effort into everything being good and take feedback with, just everyone wants you to be better.
Yeah,
no one's giving you feedback.
It doesn't have
assholes.
to be, it's not personal. We just want to see you succeed.
As much as it's hard to not take things personally, because I take a lot of things personally, then yeah, it's, it's not an attack on you. It's just a way to make you better.
Yeah. Are those all the keys?
Those are my keys.
Lovely. Do you have any announcements?
I have 2 announcements.
Oh my god.
I never have announcements. So, so my first announcement is that you should follow Simon Freitas Productions on every single fucking social media platform. Follow it, bitches. Because I am producing my art, like my solo shit. I am like Azeb said, multi-hyphenate artist. I am a musician, an actor, a visual artist. I am doing some shit and I'm looking for work. So if you need shit commissioned or if you want an actor for things, hit me up, babe.
Hey.
Secondly, Entropy Theater is producing The Skriker. And I am so fucking excited because I'm going to be helping the directors and the people that are producing the play. I'm trying to learn how to be a fucking director, so hopefully in the future I will be directing something that's kind of like Legally Blonde. I don't want to say it on this episode yet.
Don't say it. Don't even
one day
say it.
I will say it, and y'all will watch it, and I'll make millions, and you guys will cry. But
yes,
it will happen one day. But it all starts with you going to see Entropy's production of The Skriker because it's going to be fucking awesome. It's going to be in October, and I'll give you more deets on my Simon Freitas production pages because you're going to follow them, right? Right?
Yeah.
Yeah! All right, Azeb, do you have announcements?
My announcement is that we are no longer doing the sign-off. Instead of the sign-off, we are replacing it with an outro segment called Call Me If You Miss Me, Baby. But okay, it's really just called Call Me If You Miss Me. Inspired by T Money, my dog, Ty Harrington. But yeah, so my boy, Sajid, my homeboy, makes beats and was like sending me some beats and I was like, oh, these are cool. And then I was having voice note conversations with my friends and I was like, ooh, let me put all this together. So I've just been like playing around with like music stuff for funsies and I put together a conversation I had with a friend and put it with this beat. So this one is called I Might Want You Around and it's in regards to giving advice about relationships. So please enjoy, and that will take us out from the show.
Also, real subtle hint, if you like this outro, then take a look at our It's Okay to Be Singles episode. Anyway.
Yes. So thanks for listening, and please enjoy.
I was just asking him what's going on, and he was telling me how he's definitely much more attracted and attached to you. He's not in a rush to like get into anything right now, and he was just asking for advice, and I was like, look, you don't need to feel guilty about having anyone around. As long as you're communicating and you're consistent and they both know where you're at, then you can do whatever you want, bro. Because at the end of the day, like, it's not on you to feel guilty for other people's decision to be with you or not. You just do what makes you happy, and as long as you're communicating and you're clear on where you stand with yourself and where you're at, that's all that really matters. So I think he just needed some validation.
feel like even though I told him yesterday that, again, I reminded him after he told me that he likes me that I am not in that space, not nowhere near close, to be in a relationship or to be mentally, emotionally stable to talk to someone. And he said yeah, no, of course, I know that. And he says he is too, but I don't know, man. I feel like if I even tell him today that I like him and that I would like to pursue something, he would drop all of that and be like, yes. But I don't know, I thought that we could hang out and do these friendly dates, but still wanted to fuck with him, I obviously don't want to be an asshole too. Yeah, I don't know how more clear I can get with telling him I know you like me, but I'm just not there. I don't want to be in a relationship right now, and I like you. I could see us dating maybe 5 years from now. But how do I even tell somebody that? Because I know my head doesn't work the same way as other people. So yeah, I don't know how to tell him all of this. I already have, but I don't know how to make it clear and make him fully understand and see if he really wants to do this, wants to really hang out and go on dates, because I need him to also watch out for himself too, I'm watching out, I'm speaking up for myself. You need to do the same.